Hello, everybody. This is Mike. Many of you know me as Shiny Maul. That is my nickname on Discord, and I am the creator of Got Word. And today I'm trying to answer the questions that you have been sending me as a direct message in the community in the last months. And the question is, what is the word series of GOT? How it's gonna work, and many others. So I decided to make a video to first of all introduce myself, and thank you for being part of this great community that is growing. It's pretty young, but it's growing very fast. And I wanna also take this time to go through a presentation with infographics and a bunch of other things that I built in order to answer your questions. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining this video. Enjoy the ride because today we're gonna go through the word series of GOT. Okay, we are here on the website, and if you scroll down to the bottom, you will find this section that is called the Wiki. It's the Wikipedia. It's a whole knowledge library that a few months ago I built to give visibility to everyone and let you understand everything about our platform, from the token economics to the rating systems, the tournament system, how you manage your deck, the community, and but more importantly, all the game modes that we put at your disposal. Because the big difference that let's say the that differentiate us from all the other platforms around is that we are aggregating several game modes in only one platform. So here you will be able to play the ladder, that is the ranking, the rated games, the classic ranking system, you know, that you also have on Dueling Book and in other places. Then tournaments, sit and go. You have the possibility to challenge a friend for a best of 11. Then we are launching now the 3v3 league, and there is another video for that, so don't miss it. And then we will launch in 2026 the Nations League, where everyone will be able to participate under their own flags. And then we have the King of the Hill, the Slifer Ra Obelisk qualifier that are coming soon in 2026, early 2026. But more importantly, there is a bunch of main events. Don't miss the Christmas event. It's a huge one. We have a lot of people already signed up, and we want you to join. This is going to happen only one time per year. It's like the birthday free roll, but this one has a little buy-in that you can pay with also with your Got Word coins. So don't miss the opportunity to compete and participate in this large event that is going to qualify for the World Series of GOT. And then a bunch of other things that you can find here in the library, in the knowledge library, in our Wikipedia. But the goal of today is to go through these. I prepared these infographics. Let me switch to another theme. I'm very proud of the fact that I built these in different themes. But for today, we're going to use the pure black. That is the one that probably I like the most. So the first thing to say is that the whole circuit, the whole platform is meant to let you play and enjoy and have fun, but every event that we are running, most of the events that we are running will qualify you for the World Championship that is called the World Series of GOT and will happen in 2026. So we expect 100 people to join this event, to be qualified for this event. And the way that you can join it is only by having at least one ticket of qualification for the World Series of GOT. What does that mean? It means that, as I just said, by participating in the events of the platform, in the tournaments and all the other game modes, you will have the chance to earn a ticket. And once you earn this ticket, then you will be able to join the event directly. Okay? What I'm gonna explain today is that earning multiple tickets is actually a very good thing for you. And why we did it is because we want to promote and kind of the meritocracy of for all of those that have been playing for a long time during the year, and that actually spent a lot of time qualifying multiple times for the World Series of GOT. And we want to do it in a very precise way. So granting them an easier path towards the first phase of the event, that is a knockout elimination phase. But let's slow down and go step by step, because I want to let you understand very, very clearly. So if you earn one ticket and you have only one ticket, then you actually have two lives. Okay, so you have two lives. So you have the first one, that is just because you qualified for the event, and then you have an additional one that comes out of the box with the first ticket. This means that in the elimination phase that has 5 rounds, you will, and it's not a Swiss, it's something a little different. I'm going to explain it later. You will have the possibility to close the day with a minimum score of 4-1. 4 matches won, 1 match lost. If you close 3-2 and you have one ticket, then you lose. Actually, you have not even the chance to close 3-2, because after let's say that you are 0-1 and you already lost the first, then unfortunately you lose the second one. Then you are out. You are eliminated. You don't play. You don't keep playing. Okay, so that's very, very important. And every additional ticket allows you to gradually arrive to the auto pass, that is the VIP pass, the VIP pass, that is basically when you earn 5 tickets. With the 5 tickets, you completely bypass the first phase. So you have to think the World Series of GOT as a multi-day event in which there will be the first phase that is meant to be elimination knockout, the second phase in which you will play a Swiss tournament, and then the final phase that is the top cut. So the idea is that every additional ticket that you earn, then you have more losses allowed. So if you got me and I was clear in explaining it, then the second ticket allows you to go on a score, a minimum score of 3-2, and then 2-3, and then 1-4. So it actually reverses. With the 4 tickets, you can win just 1 match out of 5, and you pass to the second phase. With 3 tickets, you have to win at least 2. Okay, so if you have only 1 ticket, and you're a very strong player, it's highly probable that you will pass. Okay, because 4-1 is what you have to achieve during that day. But it will be highly recommended to try to earn more tickets, because the first phase is going to be very, very hard, and it's meant to to reward the players that have been playing all year long, and really put a lot of effort into try to become the world champion of that year. So this is the first phase, and at the moment we have already several people qualified. The platform was just launched in August, and we were able to run already several tournaments. But the people that qualified at the moment are already seven, and we will qualify more with the upcoming events. So we expect actually to have by the start of the World Series of GOT around 100 people playing in the tournament, or at least to emit 100 tickets. It means that players might be less than that, but there will be potentially more players with additional tickets. What you can do with this, you win a lot of money. So the World Series of GOT is a place where we will really reward the players with a huge prize pool. At the moment, the live account that you find on the website is at 5,000, because up to number 50, player number 50 ticket, actually number 50 that we emit, we're gonna have 5,000. Then we will add $100 United States dollars on top of it for each additional ticket that we will emit. And this is actually how it will work. So if everything is clear in the first phase, I also wanted to create some a simulation of what will happen during that day, phase 1, the elimination phase, the knockout phase. And I just want to make sure that this is clear to everyone. This is a simulation. You will see real players with their own avatars here. But of course, this is just a simulation to try to explain you how the phase 1 works. Okay, so here on the side we have a table, the player status, that is basically highlighting the name of the players, the number of tickets in this simulation, of course, that they acquired, and the lives and the status that they have. So what is going to happen here is that now we're going to try to play a bit with it and figure out what happens in some scenarios. Let's say that Chris Perovic, that I am identifying here on my top right corner, is going to play against, let's say, AJTBLS, okay, that is here. So it's clear that Chris in this simulation has only one ticket. And instead, we have AJTBLS that earned his second ticket. So let's say that they get matched in the first round. And here I have to explain something. I mentioned it before. This is not a Swiss tournament with the classic Mantis tournament system, okay, that is already embedded and perfectly working in our bot of the platform, the Discord bot. But actually, what happens is that you will be randomly matched with the 5 different players, and every new round we will reveal who is your next match. So it can be that you will be playing against very strong opponents, very weak opponents, or mid opponents. Actually, doesn't matter really, because everyone in the World Series of GOAT, maybe there will be a slight difference between one and another, like a super champion like Anthony Alvarado, or potentially a very strong, extremely strong player that played all year long and has a lot of tickets and proved that is very strong. This is gonna actually be a slightly different between just saying one is weak or another one is very strong, you know. So anyway, you will play against very strong players, but potentially you can get 5 champions, you know, Series A champions, or 5 very strong players. What I'm trying to explain here, and probably that to be more clear, I can just say this is not the Mantis tournament system. So you will be matched with the 5 players. That's all. So it's now up to your way to strategize how you wanna build your side deck, how you wanna present your main deck according to the fact that you have to face, you have to go through 3 different phases, potentially. The first phase, where it's knockout, randomly matched with the 5 other players. Second phase, in which there is a whole Swiss tournament that you have to win. And then a third phase, the top cut. And you will have to play with the same deck. Okay, so you are not allowed to switch, to change your deck. The deck list must remain the same. At the end of this tournament, the best deck list, I can grant you 100%, and the best player, 100%, is going to be the world champion, the true world champion. So this is going to be a very hard tournament, but a lot of fun. Granted, a lot of fun. So I can guarantee that this is going to be a lot of fun. So the idea and the first simulation that I was doing is that Chris has 1 ticket, AGT has 2 tickets, so they play. And let's say that unfortunately Chris loses his first life, and he goes on a score of 0-1, while instead the AGTBLS is on 1-0. What does this mean now? It means that Chris must obviously win all the other matches that will come, okay? If he loses the next one, then boom, he's out, eliminated, okay? While instead the AJTBLS is on a score of 1-0, that with the 2 tickets basically means that he's still in the game and is actually very close to go to the next phase, okay? Yeah, so let's try now to make some other examples. Let's say that Chris on the next match is playing against Dwelling Eye. Okay, and Chris, don't hate me. I'm just making an example. It's a simulation, and unfortunately, Chris loses. Then Chris is gonna be out. He's not gonna play round 3 because he's out. While instead for let's say Ivan Rossito that qualified with how many tickets here? Let's see, 3 tickets. Is losing one life, but then he keeps winning, so he passes to the next phase, and he's in the next phase. Now let's accelerate a bit the idea. Let's say that there are several players that are gonna be eliminated here. And as you can see, I'm putting them out just to give you the sense of what is going to happen. The happen is that there will be players losing, their, including me. I eliminated myself. I'm not even sure that I will qualify. but let's say that we are on a scenario where at the moment we have 27 knocked out players, and okay, it's a little too much. So let's say 30. Phase 1 is finished. We are after the fifth round, and yeah, these are the standings. So all these players will move to the second phase. Okay. Now, a couple of other things that I want to add on top of this that probably is going to answer the other questions that came to me in the past days. So, well, is the phase 1 a one-day event? We don't know yet. I'm going to tell you why. I have a contract with a very, very extremely famous, I would say, streaming professional, influencer, YouTuber that has over 500,000 followers on YouTube. People subscribed to their channel, and what I agreed with them is that we're gonna have 3 to 5 events streamed through his channel, and of course also via our platform. And our YouTube channel. And what is gonna happen here is that we have to agree with him if we wanna do this multi-day that actually could allow everyone, to have a relevant amount of time to pair with the others and play, and make this a little more chill. There are a lot of online games where the World Championship is played in multi-day, and that is actually genius in my opinion. Because it leaves freedom to play at the maximum of your ability and of your skills. Imagine you play the whole year long, and then the day of the World Championship you are sick and you have to play with fever or that is gonna suck. So I wanna try to make sure that everyone here in this community is gonna, at the end of the World Series of God, is gonna recognize that this tournament system is really meant for competitive playing and game. So I'm really working with the staff and the other people, but also thinking a lot of myself and with the collaborators that are gonna join us for the streaming. What is the best way to make this happen? But in the meantime, we have potentially 2 options: all in one day. Probably one round is 1 hour. And you have 1 hour to play, and then another way. The other option is that we're gonna make this a multi-day with every round 48 hours, or give you an entire week to play, and within that week everyone has to finish all the matches. What I'm gonna also say here is that there is a lot of strategy behind this. I started to think about it with the Lundrity and a couple of other friends that are helping me managing, and and I want to thank them for the amazing work they are doing, especially with the YouTube channel. So the strategy of having multiple tickets and this first elimination phase is actually very interesting to observe that it might affect a lot your side deck. I was thinking about the classic Barn decks and the OTK cat or whatever cat that usually they win, and we know that they are strong, that potential many people say they are unstable, but actually it really depends on the meta call of the day, because I would say that the Panda Barn is extremely stable. You cannot say it's not stable. Maybe loses momentum very very easily, and you can play around it, but a very strong player with a lot of understanding of the deck is not gonna allow that easily. So imagine having Mystic Walk or other anti-barn cards in your side deck, just because you need them to go through many phases, and actually having 5 tickets and pass directly to the second phase. This is gonna change the game. This can change the way that you are building your deck in order to land on a phase and go through it in a proper way. So I'm pretty sure that this multi-phase let's say format is gonna be very interesting, and of course year after year we're gonna keep improving it. The idea is always to gather the feedback of the community and keep improving the format and the game modes. So okay, let's go to the next phase. This is another simulation in which we have 70 players that played on this on this second phase. It's a Swiss tournament, a classic Swiss tournament. I'm here. The hypothesis is of 6 rounds, but of course this is just a simulation done very quickly. You are not gonna we are not gonna necessarily have a 6 round of Swiss. It really depends on how many players will be on the second phase of the tournament, and that will be generated automatically by the Mantis tournament system that is already embedded in our bot tournament system. And what I'm gonna grant you 100% is we're gonna have a top cut of 16 players. Come on, you play all year long. You have this luxury event that is called the World Series of GOT, World Championship or whatever, and in other platforms. And then how disappointing! Come on, how disappointing is that you arrive on number 9th or 10th, that is probably providing you with a very close score to the top 8, and then you're out. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna have a top 16 cut, because the prize pool is huge, and we wanna make sure that everyone is gonna enjoy this. And the number 17, in this case Giorgione, poor Giorgione, is of course gonna feel a bit bad about that, but probably with the first elimination phase and then the Swiss and the top 16 cut, we can give a little more of freedom and justice to what happened recently in other platforms, where the top 8 cut and was disaster. So let's So this is of course what is gonna happen. It's you all are very familiar with the tournament, the Swiss, and I'm highly sure that this is gonna be either multi-day Swiss tournament or a one-day tournament with 1 hour. We're gonna tell you upfront, at least 1 month upfront, so that you can build your deck accordingly. Because I'm pretty sure that if you know that there is 1 hour of round, then that is gonna affect your side deck, and I'm pretty sure that we want to study this a little more. We have a lot of months in front of us before launching the World Series of GOT, and we want to study this a little more. And please, if you have suggestions, don't hesitate to reach out to me in private. Send me a direct message, comment this video on YouTube. If you have ideas on how to improve this, how to avoid bottlenecks or wrong behaviors in terms of tournament and etc., please contact us. let us know. We really want to gather your feedback and your experience. So this is the end of the phase 2. Let's say that from Dueling Guide to El Duelista Pokédex, we have 16 wonderful players that qualified for the final top cut. And this lands us on the finals, where we have 10,000 prize pool for 100 players. And this is the bracket, single elimination phase, in which everyone is gonna compete through the legend to become the World Championship of the World Series of GOT 2026, with the final, let's say, prize for the first place. That at the moment we are, it's still an hypothesis, is 5,000. Then of course we're gonna try to figure out what is a better, distribution. But potentially we want between 40 to 50% to go to the first place, but we also want all the others to earn and become a legend. And this is something that will be decided. Maybe even 35% to 45%, it's okay for the first one. We're gonna decide this later, but in this simulation, I just wanted to put the accent on the fact that you win this tournament, you bring home a lot of money, okay? And this money are this money are accrued all year long through the tournaments that are actually putting aside, the budget for this huge tournament. And also another thing that I want to say is that the world champion is going to be legend, but come on, the top 16 players that went through a elimination phase, Swiss round, they are going to be legend 100%. Your deck list is going to be studied for months, and probably will affect the meta game for at least a quarter of the next year, and this is actually huge. Remember also that we publish all the deck lists that are used. Usually it's just the top cut that are used in our tournaments, and you can find them in the deck lists coverage section of our website. So if everything is clear, now my big piece of advice for all of you guys is, are you ready to compete? Come on, come and play. Try to qualify, win your ticket, because this is gonna be, as a friend says, absolute cinema. We're gonna have a lot of fun the whole year, and then the World Series of GOT is gonna be a huge tournament in which we're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be extremely competitive, and it will affect. It's gonna be legend. It's gonna affect a lot the metagame for the months and months coming after the event. So if you wanna join us, view the events on the website, you can click here. You can go to the website in the event section. You can write to us in the Discord channel. You can check the announcement in the Discord server. You can do a lot of things to be aware of the events that are the upcoming events and be part of them, and join our Discord if you still didn't, because a lot of matches are happening there, a lot of tournaments and events, so we wait you for coming. Another, on a side note, I just wanted to add that I'm gonna make another video in which I will publish the full calendar of 2026 of the events. We had a slow start in 2025 because, of course, the platform was just launched in August. Then September, October, November, we launched some events, and we are still growing. But we plan with the marketing and other operations that with my team I'm conducting to reach around 10,000 players in the upcoming year. And the goal of all of this is that for you to have fun, because in the end we're not going to make any money on top of this. This is just because we all have a big passion in the game, and we all want to play and compete. And also, you know what, we are trying to build a platform that is meant for the people of our age. I'm 36, and I was playing back in 2005, and what I experience here is that there is a room on the market for a place for people like us that after work just want to chill, they just want to work, they don't want to get into troubles and drama and lot of toxicity that sometimes spreads in these communities where there are a lot of kids that, of course, might see this differently as one of their main objectives in life. But for us, instead, it's more like chill and play and have fun and compete. Yes, of course, we are competitive, all of us. We have a little more fun when we win, right? But we want to be fair, and we want to make sure that everyone is going to have that kind of feeling. So come and join us, check the events, be part of the community, because the World Series of GOT is going to be huge. And yes, I additionally, I want to say that the calendar is going to be published, so you're going to see all the events, and then we will update the event section so that you can programmatically decide week after week which events you want to join and which instead you want to pass. So okay, I talked a lot, and unfortunately I'm also wanna say sorry, I'm not as English native speaker, so that there might be a lot of mistakes in what I said. Don't if you didn't get something, just ping me, and then I will answer you. I'm gonna make another version of this video in Italian as well, for all the Italian players that we have of the platform are very big. I'm sorry I cannot do it in Greek, in French, in German, in Serbian, and Spanish. Probably Spanish, yes. Yo hablo español. But I'm not really comfortable doing it in Spanish, so I will leave you the English version that is a little more international. And then if you have any additional question or curiosity, I'm always here, so ping me and I will answer. So thank you for joining us in this first video that is explaining a little more of the platform, and thank you for the time that you dedicated to our game, and to this game, and to our platform. And I'll talk to you soon. Ciao, ciao.